Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very welcome. And today we have the final map that didn't quite achieve 90% approval rating. 89.75% approval ratings, an outstanding score, the 54th best map of all time as voted by you. But tomorrow we crack the 90s. So make sure you're around for that one. So today's map, it's a collaboration map called Collaborinha. It's assigned to Random 5. Random 5, thank you very much for all of the hard work that you've done. And it's a little collaboration between the following 6 creators. We have Alicat, Ingenium, Quirky Geek Girl, Random 5 of course, Snakus, and Eggsy. Now Eggsy has asked that we don't review their maps, but I think it's a little bit harsh if I don't review this map, because there's so much great work from the other creators. So I haven't gone back and looked at the breakdown of the map to see who did what. So I'm gonna review the whole map as a single entity today, or fly over the entire map as a single entity. If you want to check out the review, the link to the original review is in the description. So anyway, what can I tell you about this one? It requires 26 items off of the workshop. It is a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Now, amongst those 26 items, we're using the Laviante 2.0 theme, the Coastal LUT, and we've got things like the intersection marking tool in operation as well. It currently has, you might want to sit down for this one, 18,764 subscribers. A hugely popular map. Of those 18,000, 801 have marked the map as a favourite. It's got a 5-star rating on Steam with 196 people who have rated it. I reviewed this in episode 1533 of What's Map, giving it 4 stars for aesthetics, 4 for detail, and 4 for gameplay potential. So yes, it was a map that was divided up into sections. So I think the one I remember is this section here. I'm pretty sure that was Quirky Geek Girl's little section. And then I think Ingenium had this section here, maybe. But yes, there was each creator had a small section to work on. The entire map is inspired and based upon some islands off the coast of Hiroshima in Japan, which means probably I should have set the traffic to left-hand drive, but I haven't, because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And in terms of the start square, which is here, I think the most interesting route will be to come in from this side, follow the highway along. We'll take a straight on at the first intersection and a right at the second. That leads down to Start Square, and then we'll just do a little flit over the map to have a look and see what we've got to play with. So yeah, I remember this being an interesting map. Collaboration maps have got to be really tough to be able to try and make the whole thing pull together at the end. And while this wasn't my favourite map of all time or anywhere near it, just because while the map it's excellent in its own way, in its own genre, I don't think the entirety comes together as a whole, because well, it's 6 different people's individual work, and I mean I love that it actually works as well as it even does. I'll show you what I mean. And in comparison, we're talking about also in comparison to other creators' works as well, and established top maps. And there we go. We'll follow this highway across. We've crossed the big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. Again, it's not that I don't like the map. I really do like the map and its quality. But the flow of the map, the build spaces, and the little road was splitting there, half of it going through the tunnel. I can imagine at one point that tunnel was the main route, and then when they expanded it to a highway, this, instead of being like maybe a 4-lane road going through there, 2 in each direction, became a 3-lane highway. That's how I imagine that to have evolved. And then through to our first potential buildable location. Very nice. I do like these. These are very UK. These are very, very UK. I think TMPE remove crosswalks is on the requirement list. I haven't activated that one, so I apologise to anybody if that is spoiling your flyover. We've got rail cutting through the road there. Don't mind that at all either. It's a bit close to the roundabout, but I don't feel this is going to be a huge buildable area down here. I don't see that we're going to get a mass amount of traffic being generated from here, so I don't see that's necessarily as a massive problem. As we head our way down towards that first trumpet intersection where we will... Here we go. Is this the one? Must be it. Must be it. Trumpet intersection, and we'll be heading straight on here rather than following that route off down through the islands. We will do a little bit of island hopping, as always. Intersection marking tool in operation again. There's some talking points. I'm not going to... these shows are not for the critique. These are to re-establish in our brains what the good maps are. Maybe find the best map for our last city build. And there's a little flyover here as we head down towards the big old bridge. A big old potential intersection start here. This is very nicely done as well. Look at the way that the rail works through this this wishbone. That's very sweetly done. Even a little bit of rock detailing down there as well. That's cool. That's good work. Good work. As we head down towards the big old bridge. Everybody loves the big old bridge. Up and over. Nicely done bridge as well. Look at the way that the rail has been fed into it. Working through the underside, right through the middle of the underside as well. Look at that. Not a single pillar. Not a single pillar cutting through there. Great work. Magnificent use of the bridge there. An argument may be for the pillars underneath there to be removed, but again, not something I'm going to get into sweat about. And now we're heading down into the start square area. The rail has re-emerged from underneath the highway. And this is where it all begins. Slightly phallic looking intersection. Oh man. You've even got the latex pinch at the top there. Stop it. Stop it, BonBonB. I'm too easily entertained, me. Very interesting rock work. Rocking and holding. Rocking and holding. Very interesting rock work going on there as well. So yeah, that's where you're going to start building. We do have this interesting little thing here, which I think is intended to be a question mark. Because it's a question to me. I just can't understand how this comes together as well as it does. We do have some very interesting isolated, like this island over here is very where we got the mountains running up the middle. It's like a mini BonBon island, I guess, with buildable space around the outside. Come across here, we've got a similar smaller kind of version here. You won't be doing much building over here, just this little section here. I'm gonna go to that one because I remember Quirky's detailing as being a little bit, well, I mean, she's stand out anyway with her detailing. Quirky by name, quirky by nature. Little river down here in the bottom corner of the map. I mean, of the entire map. If this was one person making a whole map, I don't know if they would have gone to the effort of putting this little river in. But when you have one person and they've got just one small section to work with, you've got to make the best of it, haven't you? You've got to make the best of it. What's going on down here? Oh, ooh, it's a castle. Hey, haven't had a castle for a couple of days, have we? That is very nicely done. Don't know if I remember seeing that last time around. So it's good to see. Very well worked as well. Right, we've had a look at those. Come across to this island here. This island looks pretty buildable, doesn't it? We've got some smaller hills on it. You can get to it, of course, because we don't actually have a highway connection directly going onto it, but that looks well workable. Then we have this one over here where we have a little bit of desert. We can call it desert. Certainly some dry hills going on here. These just add a little bit of a different biome to the map. Mostly around the peaks as well, which is a little different. A little bit of rock work thrown in there for good measure too. Elevated highway with an intersection with the road feeding off around this way, where we've got some of the what's this, layered mountains. I can't remember what there's a word for this one, but we have a like with the little chiseled layers, with the sediment layers. There we go, working there. That is quite believable. Interesting river system over here. Say every part of the map is a little bit different from every other part of the map because of the different creators. Interesting river system. We'll head over this way. We've got another nice little river going on there as well with good rock work too. We'll head on now to the detailer's heaven. This is of all these creators, they've all got their own styles and standards and qualities and experience levels and different amounts of time that they can invest into the map. And then Quirky comes along, and Quirky is a detailer. It might be argued, sometimes goes a little bit too heavy, but is there such a thing as too heavy when it comes to detailing? I don't know. First of all, the seahorse. Beautiful. A beautiful little addition to that. Very Dubai, I feel. Then over here we have got a beautiful, fantastical, multi-layered, multi-tiered river. Fantastic. Well, I've already said fantastical. But yes, totally fantastical waterfalls, and it's like a Zen garden, isn't it? It's just beautiful, beautiful work going on down here. Little footpaths leading up into these hills. Very, very sweetly done again. And then if we head down to the other side of the island, where we have more buildable space over the other side of the island, little ponds. Nicely outlined with the rocks there. And then over this way we've got again another multi-tiered water. This is a beautiful part of the map. I mean, every other part of the map stands alone with its own different qualities and styles. I mean, this one down here is definitely the most heavily detailed, very, very beautiful part of the map there. But yes, so we've got a good buildable start square there. We've got part of the camera over here. Yeah, good buildable start square. We've got some big islands where you work around the outside. You've got this island, will be working through the middle. We've got a completely unexplored island over there as well. Really good networking across the entirety of the map. It's a map that, like I say, it does feel a little bit like a collection of bits and bobs that have been squished together, but that's by design. And the whole thing does come together as one, so I like it. I like it. It's just an amazing collaboration of different styles and genres and qualities, and it works. It works. But yes, there we go. Just something a little bit different, and hopefully, I mean, there's a few of you out there that are gonna like this one to go with the other 18,000 that are already playing it. But that is quality. Collaborinha by a Random 5 and the Random Gang, as I'm going to call them. I've already given you all a good shout out. Very, very interesting map indeed. And that is that from number 54. We'll be back tomorrow with number 53, the 53rd best map of all time. Make sure you join us for that. A big shout out to all the BonBon buddies on Patreon, on YouTube membership, supporting the channel. You guys really are the very, very best. And I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.